The Adirondack Mountains feel like home. They are home. I've come here at least once a year since I was a child, and there's something about that fresh balsam air. It's clear, cold lakes with a tinge of brown, and the call of the loons that make my heart feel perfectly at peace. In the winter, when I dream of green gardens, I also dream of these moments. Sitting by a campfire on a warm summer's evening and waking up to make coffee next to a campfire. There is something so magical about drinking coffee outdoors, even when you have to make it with what you have because you forgot to pack your kettle. These moments are magical. Hiking is one of my all-time favorite activities. I get to be in nature, physically move my body, and of course, see all the plants. Thanks, I hate it. This is freaking me out. This land has rich history, lands that belong to native tribes and used for hundreds of years. This specific place has quite an interesting history. Tucked deep into the woods, we came across this amphitheater. This land was once the site of a luxury resort built in 1879. Their sprawling 300 acres was designed to be an upscale resort to lure people away from New York City and Niagara Falls as a destination into the Adirondacks. The resort consisted of over 150 buildings, could accommodate 750 guests. The property had golf courses at this amphitheater, gorgeous gardens, and lakefront property. A movie called Marjorie Morningstar was filmed in this site in 1958. The film starred 50s movie icon Gene Kelly and Natalie Wood. There's very limited information available surrounding the downfall of this resort, and is something I would love to look into. Through some limited newspaper archives I was able to pore through, it appears as though that the property ran into some financial troubles, ultimately leading to its downfall. The land was sold to New York State in 1967 and turned into a state campground. It's so amazing and important to me that these spaces exist and I'm able to learn about once was. I think too often in today's world we don't look back enough to the past to see what was there. And of course there's lessons, but it's also just good to know what was there before you. Something bigger, something interesting, and I think that's why I love history so much. I explored somewhat off the beaten path to see if I could find any old foundations of the previous buildings. The only original structure that remains is the amphitheater. Here you are seeing me explore the amphitheater, which is currently in a state of ruins. There have been plans put in place to try to revitalize the space, but the land will remain a campground. History is a subject that not only interests me, but is very important to me. Seeing real-life history is always my preferred method. Of course, it's incredibly important to learn about the main events in history, wars, and things that forever changed nations. But what about these smaller things? These structures that once existed in your hometown that you never knew about, the way people live their life day to day. To me, that's the part of history that needs to be talked about more. There's something deeply healing about nature, and I prefer to spend as much time as possible outdoors. I think anyone that has known me, that really doesn't come to any surprise. I grow a large garden outdoors and I take a walk outside every day. I very much so grew up as a free child. I lived in the country, so being outdoors was where I felt most safe. And as I grow older, I realize just how important to me that really is. So taking these trips, spending time outdoors, is incredibly meaningful to me, and that is why I'm sharing this with all of you. It's the simple things. It's making a simple meal and spending time with people around a campfire, enjoying a s'more, enjoying nature. That's really what this is all about. On the last evening I was there, I feel like I was truly gifted with one of my favorite sounds in the entire world, the call of the loon. Loons are a water bird that are a staple in the Adirondack region. I wait for the call patiently each and every time I come. It's like a reassurance that everything is still right with the world, even if the world seems like it's gone crazy. A few days away is exactly what I needed to recharge. Back at the farm, everything is planted and starting to really take off. I look forward to sharing the progress with you very soon. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Until next time, keep exploring.